Hey guys, Dave here. It is time, finally. What? I'm doing a video? Oh my god. It is finally time for me to do my top list for fall and winter. Since I'm so late on fall, I'm just going to combine them and do a top 20 fall/winter on the designer side and on the niche side. And I've been toying with it forever. I finally got my list done, and it is time to actually do them. I wanted to apologize in advance for how long it's taken. Things have been really kind of nuts for me recently with school and stuff, so this has not been a good semester. But this is going to be a long enough video as it is, so let's get right into it. I don't have many honorable mentions. One of them is mostly because I don't think it really works well in winter, but I suppose it can, and that is Chanel's Platinum Egoiste. I mean, I could see it working in winter though, but I use it more for spring, summer, and fall personally. The other one is Burberry Brit, but I don't have no idea where it is. I think I just have a decant of Brit right now, but I plan to get a bottle at some time. So, let's get into it. Number 20, we have the now famous Escada Magnetism, which honestly I had never heard of. It seemed to only get popular, as Brad said, after it got discontinued. I do enjoy it, but it's not quite as amazing as it may seem. It gets hyped up more than it deserves. Well, I shouldn't say that. It deserves some of the hype, but it's a nice fragrance, but it's not like mind-blowing or anything. So that is number 20. Number 19 is a fragrance I didn't really care for at first, but it's grown on me. I tried to get a bottle when they had a little sale where they sold like 50 bottles and it sold out in 10 minutes and it didn't happen. And then is Angel Men's Pure Coffee from Terry Mugler. I don't know why I didn't really care for this at first. I think it's because it's not so much the coffee note, it's the fact that on me it has like zero projection and terrible longevity. But I do want to get a bottle if I can. I'm glad I have a decant, so I wear it sparingly. Next up, in my opinion, is the most underrated fragrance from the Armani house. I did do a review on this, and I have said that before, and that is Armani Attitude, the lighter. It's kind of a cool bottle. I like it. This is a really, really well done patchouli, really dark coffee and lemon fragrance. That is mostly what I get out of it. One of my favorite coffee fragrances, I think it's just so because it's so dark and kind of visceral in my opinion. The lemon can be a bit much in the top though, but I actually do like this better than pure coffee. Next up we have the infamous 1 Million. Yes, I do like it. I don't really get the bubblegum that everyone seems to talk about, but I do really enjoy it. It gets a lot of compliments, projects well, has crazy longevity. It is very good in the bar, so it made it. The next up is one that I guess could be considered niche, and there's a few in here that I guess could be. I don't know, this probably should be, but I don't really know much about the house. This is from Comptoir Sud Pacifique, and this is Vanille Mocha, which actually I believe they discontinued. But this one was really, I got it pretty cheap if I remember right. This reminds me of like French vanilla latte that you get at the gas station, but richer and higher quality, that type of smell. It's a fantastic coffee fragrance. I really enjoy it. If you can find a bottle, I would definitely recommend picking it up if you're big into coffee scents. The next up we have is from Dior, and it's a Fahrenheit, but not the Fahrenheit. It's Fahrenheit 32. The reason you won't see a regular Fahrenheit in my videos is because the last time I wore it, well actually every time I can remember trying to wear it, it gave me a really bad rash, so I can't wear it. I really like the smell though, but this one it can be a little bit sweet, a little much at times, but I really, really am a big fan of Orange Blossom or Neroli, and this one has a fantastic bit of that in there, and there's some vanilla and also some mint that I really enjoy this fragrance. So that is number 15. Number 14 is the infamous Burberry London. It's been called Fall in a Bottle, and I agree with that. I would change it more to like Thanksgiving or Christmas in a bottle. It just reminds me of the holidays. Has some spotty longevity and projection issues, but it does get compliments when people can smell it, and I do enjoy it. Number 13, we have one that's fairly new to me. I can't remember if it was Silverpunk, Ray-Bans, or Dan that turned me onto it. It was one of them. And this is actually a pretty cheap fragrance. This is L'Occitane's Eau de Beau. I actually paid retail for it at a L'Occitane boutique here for $48. Is retail for this for 100 ml. It's a really, really well done fragrance. Some people compare it to Spiritus Double Vanille, which, I can kind of see where they're coming from, but they don't really compare in my opinion. This one is a little bit woodier. It has some incense, some cypress. It definitely does have vanilla, and I think that's where the comparisons come from, but it is a very, very well done fragrance on its own, and I'm really enjoying that. That is number 13. Number 12 is another one that I'm not really sure what to call this house, from Acqua di Parma. This is Lotus Cecilia, one Kirill talked about. This is a really, really well done fragrance. I really enjoy it. It's I'm a big fan of almond fragrances, and this one definitely does not disappoint in that department. Some people get kind of like a root beer vibe. I more get like a sweet almond vibe, but it's not as sweet or creamy as Tonka Imperial. I find it easier to wear on a regular basis. It is definitely unisex though. Number 11 is another infamous one. That is, yep, the little dude, Lamal, is what it is. It is a very good fragrance though. I'm a big lavender fan as well, and this is a pretty good lavender for a designer. It is what it is. Everybody knows what it is. It still gets compliments anyway. Next up is one of my favorites based on pure smell, but it has some longevity and some projection issues, and this is from John Varvatos Original. I just really enjoy the fragrance. I love the smell of it. It's sweet but leathery. It's one I have a hard time describing. I get a vibe from that I just love, and I wish it would project and last longer, but it is a good date scent, and I really enjoy it. So, cracked the top 10. Number 9, Terre de Hermes, the Eau de Toilette version, which I actually prefer. I find it brighter. I just like it better. It projects well. It projects a little better. Doesn't have as good a longevity, but you don't need me to talk about that because you know. Number 8, wow. I'm surprised it's that low. Terry Mugler's Angel Men. You guys know about this one already. Some people are really bugged by the tar note on top. I think it really adds character to it and makes it not quite just... I mean, this was one of the more original, after, I believe, Animal type of gourmand fragrances with the chocolate, but I think it's the tar in here that sets it apart, in my opinion. It makes it more interesting, and it keeps me interested in it. So, that is number 8, is Angel Men. Number 7 is the last one I promised that probably should be niche. I'll bet it's from Chanel. It's just from their exclusive line, but I put it in designer because I did. And that is Coromandel. It's from a split from Spencer, if I remember right. This one does remind me a little bit of Musk Ravageur, but minus the cloves and a little more powdery, if that's possible. I really enjoy this one a lot, though. I wish I had gotten more of it. That is number 7. Number 6. Oh, this guy took a fall. Number 6 is Terry Mugler's Pure Malt. Not that I don't like it as much anymore. I do. I guess I don't. It's not as crazy to me as it was. I wasn't as blown away from it this year, but you know what it is. Number 5 is one of the newest to my designer collection. Actually, the newest to my designer collection, and this is a fantastic fragrance. This is Prada Amber Intense. It reminds me of a few fragrances. A little bit of the original, a little bit of Burberry Brit, and a lot of Gucci Envy for Men. I get a powdery kind of soapy vibe, a la Burberry Brit and Prada Amber Intense, but I also get the myrrh and a very kind of gritty, woody vibe that I get from Gucci Envy. But I find this one not quite as intense as Gucci Envy in terms of smell, a little more wearable, a little more versatile, and this one gets really, really good longevity and projection on my skin. It is an eau de parfum, which helps with the longevity department, but it's not a super skin scent on me, but it's not a projection monster either. But I do actually have been getting a lot of compliments with this one as well. I'm really enjoying it. Let's see, number 4, we got a two-way tie. There's only 2 of them, I promise. These kind of go hand in hand, not in smell, but just, I don't know, one's fall, one's winter for me. You got Allure Homme Edition Blanche and Allure Homme. Edition Blanche is more for fall, but it can be worn in the winter. Probably, if not my favorite lemon fragrance, yeah, it is my favorite lemon fragrance. I don't know what I'm talking about. Allure, it gets a bad rap sometimes as being boring, but I don't really find it so, because it comes at me in so many different directions. I don't know what I'm going to get when I wear it. Sometimes it's almost like Boss Bottled Apple Pie, but richer, creamier. This is a very classy fragrance. It's definitely something I can see worn with a suit and a tie, but it's still versatile enough to wear in class, and I think that's what makes me love it so much, is it's really, really versatile, but it's very warming and comforting. So number 3, we got a two-way tie, and these actually do 100% go hand in hand. Dior Homme and Dior Homme Intense. I do agree with Miguel when he said that the original's for day wear, this is for night, although that's not always how I do it. But more recently, I've been wearing the Intense more, mostly because I like the added longevity and a little extra cocoa, but I do love them both. So number 2 is no surprise if you guys know me, La Nuit de l'Homme. I really enjoy this fragrance. It's spicy yet powdery yet and sweet. It has one of the better cardamom notes I've come across, and I've started to learn I really enjoy cardamom. But I don't know, there's something about this that I just really enjoy, and it does get a lot of compliments. We've made it to number 1, and you guys already know what it is. The same thing as always on the designer side. Lawn Stunt Dior Lawn Extreme. Freaking love this stuff. Yeah, I love it. One of the better really dark cocoa fragrances that I've come across. This one does have some vanilla in it, as opposed to the original. It's much darker. Projection and longevity are fantastic, and this is easy to overspray and kill yourself with. That is it, guys. Again, I'm sorry it took me so long to get around to this. Hopefully with Christmas break coming up, I will have time to get some more reviews out for you. I'm hopeful about that, and come January I will be able to start doing splits again, although albeit not nearly as much as I was before. So that is it for this video, guys, and I will get working on the niche one. And yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.